Hello and welcome to this episode of Making Connections, the BattleCON analysis show, where I, your host, Marco DeSantos, try my best not to suck at BattleCON Online. In this episode, people have asked me to play Mikhail, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So, let's get on to the game and I'll skip to where I finally find a match. Alright, so it's a match against Kadath.
Are you sure you're not walking into a trap?
Am I sure I'm not walking to a trap? I'm not sure, Kadath. I'm not sure. We might want to keep scroll for this one. Let's get rid of immutable. Yeah, let's keep scroll for this one. We actually do not... Actually, I don't want dodge. Not right now. Then let us get rid of Sacred Grass. And we're keeping the fourth seal. Again, Magnus Malleus is a good finisher. So why am I using these discards? Sacred is arguably his worst style. It basically is really hard to pull off early game. And I'm against Kadath, so if I try to burst at all, I'll just get wrecked. So that's not good. Grasp isn't that useful of a base right now, especially since Kadath doesn't have his gate trap up. So it's not very good. Magnus Malleus is not the finisher I'm taking, because if I'm going to be using a finisher, I'm probably going to be low on seals. So we're going to use the fourth seal, and hopefully we win this match. These are typical Kadath... No, these are not typical Kadath discards. I don't know why he has Hunter Strike here when Snare literally does nothing. So that's interesting. So I'm actually expecting an evacuation dodge on beat 1. So I'm going to play an attack with priority 2.
So be it.
Yeah, I'm playing an attack with priority 2.
Not my will, but
I'm gonna expect, yeah, I'm expecting like a grasp or something, or a drive. And if my opponent bursts, well then kudos to him, I guess. I will pass. Yep, evac dodge. Right, now I can scroll. No, I can't scroll. What am I thinking? I shouldn't scroll. I should burst. Yes, no, I should shot. So my opponent is now incentivized to do like something like a drive. Only a drive would hit right now. So yeah, I think I should just shot at this point. Take that 2 damage and it's gonna be fine. Yes, my opponent even decided to go first for me. That's great. The 3 versus 2 trade, not bad on my part. My opponent has to hit me. So this is a good play on my part. I'm glad I was able to make that evac dodge read. I'm also even able to regain my token. So the thing about Mikhail is that if you do terribly in managing your tokens, things do not end well for you. They absolutely do not. Okay, this is it, right? There's a teleport burst. You know what would be funny?
I'm ready.
I'm expecting my opponent to actually dodge here. Teleport dodge is 2 priority. Can we get 2 priority, everyone? I mean, yes we can, but I don't want to. So... I'll immutable scroll.
I will show no mercy.
If my opponent does do the burst play, I'll take 2 damage and that's fine. And then if he does dodge, I basically can regain my token, which is good. So my earlier train of thought is that, you know, if you run out of tokens as Mikhail and you manage your tokens poorly, you're gonna lose the game, because having no styles is bad. Hey, it's a Blight Burst. That's not bad at all. I actually don't have to spend a second seal to activate Immutable Soak. And as much as possible, when you use Immutable, you do not want to proc. You don't want to spend for that Soak. It's usually not worth it. My opponent will probably place something here. Yeah, on this space in the center. Of course. And I will get hit. So I will not spend that seal because I want to have as much seals as possible.
Your impudence will not go unpunished.
Alright, I regain a seal. So these are good sets of beats that I'm having right now. So I could do Sacred, but I have no range. My opponent will probably do Teleport Shot at this point. So that's a 1 priority attack. I could do Apocalyptic Drive, but that would miss. So no. What's his other move? I'm expecting a Teleport Shot here. Dodging is not a good option right now. He can't Hunters. Okay, he can Hunters Shot, which is 5 priority. This attack is 5 priority, so we would clash. That's fine.
Fail.
So this is just trying to cover as much of Kadath's options as possible. You know, it doesn't counter his dodge play, but that's fine. I'm okay with not having to counter that dodge play. If I'm able to, yeah, do what I think he's doing, which is either a teleport shot or a hunter's shot, I should be fine. I think. I hope. I will pass. We'll see what we have revealed. Ah, teleport shot. Wonderful. I expected this. So this is really cool. I'll pull him 1 space, you know, and I'll advance onto the trap, which allows me to bypass teleport entirely. I'll even advance 2, just to show you guys what the trap does. It will interrupt my movement and prevent me from getting to that space, making me stuck on here. Yeah. Bam. Alright. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good move. And it's only beat 4. My goodness, everyone. So Kadath can now move wherever he wants to be because of the end of beat effect on teleport. So now Kadath has the perfect setup to do whatever he wants. Interesting. Why is he doing that? I actually have 0 idea as to why he's doing that.
Forward.
Ah, he wants to prevent my burst. Now I'm understanding. But now that I have this trap next to me, I can actually just Transcendent Shot. And even if he does planar crossing on me, I'm actually okay with that. So I'm okay with this. This is it's impossible for Kadath to be slower than this Transcendent Shot right now. But I'm fully expecting a dodge beat right now, and that's fine. Because next beat, I get scroll back, and I can just use it. Yep, this is a dodge beat. I'm almost 100% guaranteed. Yeah, alright. It's a dodge beat, everyone. It's a dodge beat. Could I have clashed that? Yeah, yes, there were multiple things I could have done to possibly clash it. Like play Transcendent Grasp into the Transcendent Shot, but that's fine. Okay, now my opponent has almost no options. Cannot move the trap properly, but can blight me. And that is a big deal. I will 100% Immutable Scroll. I will Immutable Scroll and then anti-everything. Without Teleport, with only Blight, and the fact that Evac's not on me is very important. Because if Evac's on me, then Evac Snare would have been very dangerous. Because Evac makes it miss if I'm on the trap, and Snare would hit me if I am on the trap. And Snare prevents the trap from being moved, which Evac usually does. So Evac Snare on me would have been very dangerous, but I think Immutable Scroll is actually 100% win beat right now. It's a -2, which Kadath cannot clash. I can deal 5 damage to him, and I don't think he can stun me. So all I have to do is just anti the seal onto this, spend for stun guard, spend for power, and I don't think Kadath can actually beat me. Because Kadath has no -2 style. So even if he does Hunters, I don't think he can beat me out. Because Scroll has an effective stun guard of 4, mostly because it has stun guard 3 and it has soak 1. Yeah, so I don't think there's a way for him to stun me if I just anti-stun guard and anti-power on top. And so long as I don't anti the priority, I should be fine, and I should win this beat. Unless I secretly didn't know that Kadath has soak on him, you know?
Channeling power.
You know, I was expecting this game to last a little bit longer against Kadath. Now that my opponent's gone way faster than me, I know that he's probably doing something. Is this a planar crossing that I did not see? If this is a planar crossing, then kudos to my opponent for using this planar crossing. That would be very cool. Oh, it's not. Sad. Alright, so my opponent will play a Lure Strike. I will get pulled, but that's fine. Immutable has a range of 0 to 1, and Scroll has a range of 1 to 2. So, I mean, I could have been playing around the planar crossing this entire time, and that's actually not a bad line of play. But I had the chance to take the win, and that's what I did. Took the win. Alright, that game was pretty interesting in my perspective, because it actually shows the opposite of what I was doing in all of my practice games. You see, in all of my practice games, what ended up happening was I would lose horribly because I would either spend too much of my tokens doing things and not do enough to win the game. And that was a big problem because when it got to the late game, I did not have enough significant advantage, or I did not have enough tokens to be able to close out the game, which is horrible considering that you're Mikhail and you have such great attacks. So in this game, I was able to properly manage my tokens, and it was all thanks to Scroll. Scroll is such a great unique base with effective Stun Guard 4, Soak 1, Stun Guard 3. Very, very good. I was able to create trades that were very favorable to me, despite the fact that Kadath is a great control character. And I think that one beat where I hard read his teleport shot with my hollow drive, I was able to effectively go in and whack him in the face really hard. So I was expecting a teleport shot, but that doesn't mean that I was hard reading it and that if he didn't play teleport shot, I would have lost. You notice that that beat, I was checking whether Hunter's shot had specific priorities, and I checked. And I did a thing called a hedge parry, which is that if the Hunter's shot had been played, it would have an effective priority of 5. So I played Hollow Drive, which had an effective priority of 5, which meant that if my opponent did play Hunter's shot, I was able to clash it with Hollowed Drive and then play a new base, hopefully one that doesn't lose in the face of Hunters. So that's pretty much what parrying is, and I hope you guys understand that. If you guys have more trouble about it, please check the comment section down below as well as the description of this video. I will post a link to a guide that I've written about parrying in BattleCON, as well as the multiple ways you can use clashes in order to further your gameplay. So I hope all of you learned something really interesting with that Mikhail match, and I hope all of you enjoyed it. If you have a comment, question, or suggestion, please put it in the comment section down below. And if you want me to play a specific fighter for the next episode, please tell me in the comment section down below and I will get to that as soon as possible. Without much else to say, don't forget your special action, and thank you, World of Indians. Thank you, and good night.